Welcome everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to another installment of our CEI Council Communications. And thanks for joining us, and especially thanks for being such fabulous volunteers. We really appreciate it, and moving along with us for a new adventure in Girl Scouting. So this is Jennifer Pfister, and I'm the Marketing and Communications Director for Girl Scouts of Virginia Skyline. And when I was looking at it, there's a couple of staff members and volunteers, and more people are coming on, it looks like. So we'll get started from there. It sounded like someone else was coming on, but we'll get started from here. So tonight, actually, looking at the attendees, I probably don't need to do an overview of customer engagement initiatives like I do each week. So we'll probably just skip through that and really head into what we're here for, the member profile, which is the new membership system side of our of the whole customer engagement initiative, where it's the kind of the online area of it. Because we've talked a little bit, actually, we'll talk about membership renewal. We did that last week, but we're going to talk a little bit about what it looks like within the membership profile area. Because it appears to be on both sides, Volunteer Toolkit as well as the membership system. So, and as well as how you can help in any Q&A that we have. But along with CEI, we talk usually about how all the councils, we're the number 67th council, I believe, that is rolling over into it after, of 112. So we're about 3 or 4 years, I believe, now into this rollover. So it's kind of nice to, it's kind of nice to be on the back end in a way that we've got to see the evolution of it and have got to, we're getting in on some of the new changes to make it even better. So that makes it more easier and exciting for us. And the specifics we've spoken about, we've done different, we've actually gone and done the opportunity catalog so far and volunteer toolkit. We've done webinars also on a little bit of the online registration as well. And tonight there's a unique side to it, here on the screen. When you're on the website, they'll have this, it'll be MyGS sign in or MyGS. It'll be up here. It'll be a portal basically that you're going to enter into. And there will be two areas, member profile and volunteer toolkit. Your user ID, your password will get you into both. So you don't need to have one for two different ones, one for member profile or one for volunteer toolkit. You'll just need to have the one, and that's it. And before we even start up, when we roll over into the CEI in June, we'll actually have an email that will be sent out to all members, girl members, adult members, that will let them know that the new membership system is online and that here's the information we're going to send to you. There'll actually be one email that will allow you to know that we're actually shooting out an email to give you direct access so that you can actually start your user password, your username and your password. There'll actually be two of them. There'll be one here like that'll go out to the household. So we're talking about girl members and adult members, and there's also ones that specifically are going to go out to troop leaders as well. And it'll basically let them know that they're going to be receiving an email that will allow them into the Girl Scout member community, into the member profile itself. And they'll click through, it'll be a direct link, and they'll come to an area where they actually put in their username and their new password. And that'll allow them to get started within this whole new Girl Scout world. And as you can see, it allows you to either access from here the volunteer toolkit, which is what we delved into last week, and what we'll be doing tonight is the membership or member profile. So let's go next. When you open and get into that area, there are actually little tabs at the top here. So there's a membership tab, a troops tab, a family profile, activities, my activities, changing your password, and logging out. Tonight we're going to do an overview of the membership tab, the troops tab, and the family profile tab. So just a brief overview of what each of the tabs entail. But the membership tab actually entails a little bit more along the lines of your individual household, or you as an individual if you don't have family members within the Girl Scout greater community. But if it would be your daughter or granddaughters, husband, anyone who is actually a member of Girl Scouting. And then the troops tab here are for the troop co-leaders that allow us, the leaders of the troops, so they can actually update any information that they might have, meeting location, available spaces, girl spaces that they have, or volunteer spaces if they need some more volunteers. And as well as, we'll dive a little deeper into, you can actually add a member to your troop from this area. And then there's a family profile tab as well, and it's more of updating your household information, records and such. Oh, I hate when that goes across the top like that. Let me pick it up. Come on. Let me slowly pick it up. There we go. Hopefully, thank you. There we go. So, one of the things you can do in the membership tab, you can actually come in here and you can see, it's funny, yeah, hold on. Yeah, the membership tab. That's the Girl Scout household? Yes. So let's say it says roster of members on here. But it actually means the household profile. I think that might have been written a little inaccurate. But this is a Girl Scout household. It'll actually have what year it is, if it's either in the current year or the next year. And it's an area to edit your profile details within it. But here's, yeah, the current year versus maybe you're doing in the next year because you have a renewal area within the membership tab. So if you're going through here and you decide to renew the people within your family, you go next, you actually could add a new member if you need to from this area. Maybe you're adding in your husband, or maybe you have a daughter now who's going to start daisies. This is an area that where you would add actually a new member in from. And then you'll be able to actually renew your household members from here. So hold on for a second. Oh, there we go. Sorry. So once you select renew under the membership choice, you'll have these other options if you pull down and you don't want to renew. Maybe there's someone in your household you've decided they're not renewing. They're either maybe going on, graduating and going to college, or maybe you're getting a lifetime membership for your graduating senior daughter. Or maybe you're not sure, you need to decide later. So there are other options within this area. And next, we have within it is the acceptance of the Girl Scout Promise and Law, which is a little checkbox down below here, and it's an I, we, so you're doing it for your entire household. And then you continue and select from there. The next, there's a payment area. And within the payment area, they do have a donation box to give the local Girl Scout Council. And there is adult membership is selected. There's an upgrade shown. I'm trying to see if I can. Oh, and the membership upgrade, it's hard, sorry, it's very hard sometimes to read some of the smaller print, but I think it's the upgrade goes along the boxes of if it's a lifetime membership or such. But also there is a financial aid box that may be checked as well. You can only check this within the household renewal from the family side of things. If you were a troop leader and you're going in to renew your troop for the next year, you could not check that financial aid box. It needs to be done on the family side. But from here you continue on, and it gives you a confirmation of your renewal, so you can check that out and see that everything's what you expected it to be and what you submitted. So you go on further with that. It thanks you. It asks for, oh, hold on. There's a screen missing in here. I'm sorry. There should be a screen for payment. I'm not sure what happened to that screen. But there is a payment screen where you're allowed to put in your debit or Visa card. And it also has when it comes to the screen, it thanks you for the payment. And then actually looking through my notes, that's not actually in there, but there is a payment screen. I've seen it before. But thanks you for it, and then it allows you to share it. In my area, it says you could share it by Facebook or Twitter, and then you can also print out a receipt for your records. And they have I found a screenshot of one of the shares that they have for when you've renewed for the year, if you want to share it on Facebook or Twitter. This is their Facebook share. I think it's cute. Oh, and there's a receipt, the actual receipt that's generated for your household family. It almost looks like a trip card.
Deborah, this is Terry. Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yes.
So one of the things that is new is we have PayPal and cookie dough that we can actually use to register and re-register, correct?
Yes, that is correct. You're right. We're able to actually put that within the system, and you're able to just check that you're actually going to use your cookie dough to pay for it. What was the other one, Terry?
PayPal.
Oh, PayPal. That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a variety of different methods that you can pay for your membership. So thank you. I forgot about the PayPal one of it. And here's a receipt that's generated with it. And this actually gives a little bit more kind of the family profile area of what it would look like for the different girls and with adults within your family itself. I'm trying to look, because it looks like there's 2 girl members here and 1 adult member. And the information that you can edit and change throughout. If I am correct, you cannot change, I think maybe I have this later on, viewing, task performed, editing household information. Here it is. There are a couple of areas you cannot edit, and it is the gender, the date of birth, and the grade for the child. I think it's similar to adults as well, the information that is non-editable. Unless it's blank. I mean, there's a possibility by accident something wasn't completed in the beginning. Yeah, here's the edit. Yeah, it is a little different. So the non-editable is gender, date of birth, grade, and here it is just date of birth with non-editable. So everything else you can actually change with regards to it. So now here's the troops tab of it overall. This area is a place that you're actually able, and this is from a troop leader's perspective of it. A troop leader would actually see not only her family, but she is able to see her troops from this side of the membership profile, which is kind of handy because she can actually go in here and do a renewal as well. It shows down here renewals that are going on. But yeah, she can actually edit her troop members' contact information. She can renew the members in the troop like I spoke about previously, but adding a new member, girl and adult, I have a little bit more information on that coming up because that's a very different thing that has not been a capability within our current system. So it shows here we want to make sure because it does matter what kind of year that you're in when we're coming about for renewal and such. The roster of the troop members. And so there's an area down below. I don't think I could see it in this because it was cut off, but you can actually add a new member from here. You would actually add a new member. You could you can select and pull down. It can be girl or adult. So they have girl. And so what they'll actually do is they'll add in the girl's name, her first name, last name, and email, because they need to verify first. Maybe this person is already a Girl Scout member. So they'll look to see if the person is a Girl Scout member. If they're new, then the co-leader is going to go ahead and she'll complete the membership process. If they're already currently a member, maybe they're currently a member, but they're not associated associated or assigned to a troop, then the co-leader can actually add them directly into the troop from there. It says if existing customer but no current membership, co-leader can complete the membership process. I believe that's along the lines of someone who's actually looked into Girl Scouting but hasn't completed the entire process yet.
Right.
So they'll go for the co-leader can actually move forward with that process. This is kind of a little the add a member from that troops tab. They can add a new girl or adult to their troop. They can add a current girl or an adult to their troop. But something that they cannot do, they cannot move a member from troop to troop. They cannot transfer members from one troop to another. So they don't have complete access. They don't have access to other troops, basically. So there's a amount of leniency in actually adding girls and adults here and there, but you can't go steal girls from another troop, basically. So here, the renewal membership that goes on within the troop itself, maybe the troop decides that they're using some of their product sale money, either from the cookie sale or the fall product sale. They've decided that they're going to go ahead and pay for new members, not for new members, but for renewals of their members for next year. So this is the process that they can go through on this side for actually renewing through it. It's a very similar process. You basically would go through and actually select the renewal choice for 2017, and then from there on forward, you would actually have a very similar where they actually go through and accept the promise and law. If there needs to be the payment itself is involved in that as well. If they need to do any upgrade to lifetime member within it, either it can be done. You're renewing members for girls and adult members as well. So you could do it for your volunteers if you wanted to as well. But it's very similar to the process we just showed. I just showed you over in the family profile area. So it goes through the same, accepting the Girl Scout promise and law and doing the payment as well as printing the receipt, sharing it through social media. It's very similar to that same process. It's just done from a greater troop side of it if you are the co-leader of the troop. And just as a reminder, that is something we spoke about at maybe two webinars ago, and we've printed it out a little bit here and there throughout the Girl Scout community that they've moved all troop leaders and co-leaders, or just calling them co-leaders altogether now. So that, and the position of O1 and O2, that area itself, am I correct, Terry? That's actually going away. There are no position codes. It's just volunteer opportunities, those positions themselves by name. Oh, sorry. Maybe Terry's not there anymore, but I believe that's correct.
I'm here. Did you ask a question? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I want to make sure there's no position codes in the new system, correct? They're just position titles, opportunity titles that they have, like co-leaders. I believe that's correct. We talked about it 2 webinars ago.
An O1 or an O2 or an O3 in the new system.
Yeah. So is there any questions about the member profile area, either with regards to the membership tab or the troops tab or the family profile tab?
I was going to add something.
Please.
The adding a new girl or a new adult, that is new.
Yeah.
And as of July, they're making this switch that you can add new girls for the upcoming year. I'm not sure if it's like July 1st or mid-July. I'll have to double check. But we've had trouble in the past. School starts in August, and we're recruiting and adding new girls, and the membership year actually doesn't start until October.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So when you register in July, August, September, you are actually registering for the upcoming membership year.
That's correct. That's correct. And that's kind of what's so interesting about it. I think that's why they have the year areas right in here. When they're looking at next year versus this year, they want to make sure you're talking about which membership year that you're renewing for. You couldn't renew for this current year, but I think that has a lot to do with that you're right. I think it's July the 1st is the date where if you become a new member, you're talking about, right? Where you become a new member, you actually become a new member into that membership year starting October the 1st, correct?
What was the last sentence you said? Sorry.
Well, that's all right. It is a little confusing to explain because usually if you signed up and became a member July the 1st or August or September in the beginning of school year, you would be signing up for that membership year, which we would consider about to end on September the 30th of the year. But in
Right,
essence,
so this is new. You're right. Yeah, so this is new. So this starting this July, August, September, when you go to register a new member, they are actually registering for the 2018 Girl Scout membership year.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's completely new and different. I think it makes it a little bit easier personally, so that you're not paying for.
Oh my goodness, yeah, especially for everybody that's out there recruiting. All these volunteers are like, well, wait a minute, school started in August. You know, we don't want them to have to pay for 2 years.
Yeah, Jesse says renewals are July the 17th. We're talking about
Jesse said that she would use the cutoff of July 17th. Yeah.
That's a good point, Jesse. We are actually doing our own. It's different for us to do renewals this year because of rolling over into the new system. So we are going to start ours up in mid-July for our renewal process, which is much later. We're usually starting in April. So we'll get back on track for next year, but we want to roll everyone over, renew all the troops over into the new system instead of the old system. So we're just going to wait until we actually launch our customer engagement initiative, the CEI, and we have our new membership database, so we can have everyone renew within it. And it'll be so much easier and faster. From what we can tell and see on our end of things, it looks incredible. But what's nice is hearing from the volunteers and other councils that have actually moved over to it. They love the new system. It is much more customer intuitive. It's easier to move around on the page itself because it just makes sense where you're clicking and what you're doing next and going to and from. It's got a great user friendliness to it. So it's nice to be able to move in that direction. Any other comments or questions? Well, usually at the end of our webinars, we love to ask and ask kind of how we can make our transition smoother, easier. And one of the biggest things is we love to hear from our volunteers. So any questions you have, even outside of what we spoke about with the member profile, anything related to the customer engagement initiative itself, whether it be the volunteer toolkit or the opportunity catalog or the different customer care initiatives that we're starting up, we're open to any of those questions because that's really, it'll help us learn a lot more so that the transition is best for all. So any questions out there about CEI? Question boxes, Jesse, yeah. Just want to check. Well, the other ways that we're asking volunteers to help us is the good troop data. That's the big deal to us right now. We want to make sure that the troop information out there is accurate, the membership information, the girl member, adult member, we have the correct information so that we can roll everything over into the new system that's clean and reliable so that it makes it easier on all sides. And the other thing is to spread the word. So please tell all your other Girl Scout friends, tell your Girl Scout family members and parents about CEI, and if they have any questions, please have them reach out to us. We'll be happy, and share with them the presentations. They're up on our YouTube channel for Girl Scouts of Virginia Skyline, as well as on our website, www.gsvsc.org/CEI. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, we have a growing number of webinars and presentations down there that you can click on and join in. I started the question.
I'm going to play around with my webcam to see if you can see me. Since this is something that we have to do for our another upcoming webinar.
I do see you, Terry. Oh, I lost you, but I saw you for a second.
Okay.
I can see you, Terry.
Hi, Terry. Hi, everyone.
I see you, Terry.
Hi, Jesse and Jody and Terry and Angie and everyone else out there.
So this is something that we're going to be doing with our service unit managers for one of our service unit manager calls that is coming up. Our service unit team calls. Can anybody else share their camera at the same time? I just wondered if it's just one person at a time.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, maybe if I do. Hi.
I see you. Hi.
So we can. Well, that's good to know. Anyone have any questions? Terry, do you have a question?
No, but it's fun seeing your face. Feel more engaged.
Well, maybe I should have fixed my hair for the occasion. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, I'm not showing mine. This is Jody. My hair's not fixed. I'm not showing mine. I'll wait.
I'm with you, Jody. I am so with you. This is Jessie.
Well, that's all I have for this evening.
Angie, can you share yours?
Is there any
Angie?
more questions?
Is Angie out there still?
Yeah, she's still out there. Well, I can say good evening to Angie. Thanks, Angie. Good evening. I'll catch you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Say hi to Katie for me.
I will.
Thanks.
Hi.
Oh, I meant to tell her. She sent me a bunch of pictures. They were fabulous.
Oh, really? Well, Jennifer,
Yeah.
nice job. We appreciate you leading this. This was great.